Welcome to our channel HD Rare Coin 111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. Imagine stumbling upon a coin so deeply woven into the threads of American history that it represents not only a rare monetary artifact but a tribute to one of the most fleeting yet fascinating presidencies in U.S. history. This is the story of the United States of America gold $1 coin bearing the name and image of William Henry Harrison, minted in 1841, a year that would mark one of the most unique chapters in the American presidency. But beyond the historical curiosity of the man himself, this coin has captured the attention of collectors and historians alike, not just because of its design or age, but because of its incredible rarity and staggering value in today's market. It's not just a coin, it's a symbol of a moment in time, sealed in gold. William Henry Harrison holds a peculiar place in American political lore. He was the 9th President of the United States, and his tenure in office remains the shortest of any president, just 31 days. His inaugural address was famously long, his coat was famously forgotten in the cold, and his untimely death from illness shocked the nation. But even though his presidency was brief, Harrison's legacy endured, and decades later, it would be commemorated in the form of a beautiful gold dollar coin. Struck in the mid-19th century, the 1841 gold dollar is not your ordinary coin. It's a rarity among rarities, known for its minuscule mintage, historical significance, and for being part of the larger story of early American coinage when the U.S. Mint was still defining itself. Gold $1 coins were first authorized by Congress in 1849, so a William Henry Harrison gold coin dated 1841 isn't part of the standard currency issues of that time. It's likely part of later commemorative or private mint productions referencing Harrison and using the 1841 date as a tribute. These coins are extremely scarce and sought after, especially when they are made of genuine gold, and even more so when they have been impeccably preserved. The value of a coin like this is not based only on its gold content, though that adds to its allure. It's the combination of historical context, intricate design, and rarity that makes it such a marvel in the numismatic world. To truly appreciate the worth of this coin, one must consider what collectors value most: originality, condition, and provenance. If a coin like the William Henry Harrison 1841 gold dollar surfaces with a high-grade certification from a prestigious grading company, free from damage, with lustrous surfaces, sharp details, and perhaps even original mint luster, then its desirability skyrockets. Add to that a verifiable backstory, perhaps from a historic collection or estate, and it becomes the ultimate dream for any serious collector. Only a tiny handful of such coins are known to exist in top condition, making them a prized possession for anyone lucky enough to hold one. These coins rarely make public appearances. When they do, it's often at elite numismatic auctions, where competitive bidding pushes prices to jaw-dropping levels. And it's not just American collectors who are interested. Worldwide enthusiasts of gold coinage and early U.S. history are also drawn to such items. It's a coin that carries weight far beyond its size or denomination. It speaks of an era where the presidency itself was still evolving, where the minting process was a delicate art, and where every coin struck carried immense meaning and craftsmanship. So, what is a coin like this truly worth? A piece of history minted in gold commemorating a president whose time in office was short but whose legacy remains immortalized in American memory. Such a coin doesn't just sit in a case. It commands attention and respect. It tells a story that textbooks barely have space to tell. And for one pristine example of the United States of America gold $1 William Henry Harrison 1841 coin, the value today has reached a staggering $370,000 in words. An extraordinary sum for an extraordinary coin. Top 2. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of American legacy. A small but stunning gold coin that doesn't just shine with precious metal, but glows with centuries of history, honor, and symbolism. This isn't just any coin. It's a golden tribute to one of the most influential figures in the founding of the United States, James Madison, the fourth President of the United States, famously known as the Father of the Constitution. Between the years 1809 and 1817, Madison guided the young republic through one of its most formative periods, and today, that era is captured in a rare and remarkable collectible, the United States of America Gold $1 coin honoring his presidency. This coin, representing more than a century of reverence and preservation, is far more than a mere token. It's a portal to the past, a collector's dream, and a true marvel of American numismatics. James Madison's presidency was marked by immense political challenges and pivotal moments in U.S. history. From his role in drafting the Bill of Rights to navigating the War of 1812, Madison's leadership helped shape the identity and resilience of the early United States. The gold dollar coin that bears his name and the dates of his presidency, 1809 to 1817, is a numismatic salute to a man whose contributions still resonate today. While these coins were not minted during Madison's actual time in office, since the first U.S. gold dollar coin wasn't struck until 1849, they were later created in his honor, often as part of commemorative or presidential series minted in the 21st century using advanced techniques and striking designs. Crafted in pure gold, this coin stands out not only for its rich material but for its artistry. On the obverse, it features a dignified portrait of Madison, capturing his thoughtful and determined expression. Around him are inscribed his name and the years of his presidency. The reverse often features the Statue of Liberty or another national symbol, depending on the series it belongs to, with details so finely struck that they seem almost alive. The luster of the gold, the precision of the engraving, and the limited mintage all contribute to its rising value among collectors. But what truly sets this coin apart is not just its beauty or metal content, it's the story it tells. A story of American endurance, political genius, and the foundational principles that still guide the country today. For collectors, this coin is a beacon. The limited number of James Madison gold dollars minted, especially those in uncirculated or proof condition, make it a highly desirable piece. Many have been lost to time, melted down, or remain hidden in private collections. When one surfaces in pristine condition, it commands serious attention at auctions and among elite coin enthusiasts. Graded examples with perfect or near-perfect scores from respected organizations like PCGS or NGC can fetch astronomical sums. And when a coin combines rarity, historical importance, gold content, and aesthetic perfection, the result is a numismatic treasure of immense worth. What's also fascinating is how coins like this become more than collectibles. They transform into heirlooms, investments, and even museum-worthy artifacts. Their value continues to grow as the market for rare coins becomes more global, more competitive, and more passionate. New generations of collectors are recognizing the cultural and financial value of pieces like the James Madison gold dollar. It's not just about owning a coin, it's about possessing a physical link to one of the architects of American democracy, a man whose intellect and ideals still echo in every courthouse and classroom across the nation. And now, the part that stuns even seasoned collectors, the value. A United States of America gold $1 coin honoring James Madison, dated with his presidency from 1809 to 1817, in flawless condition and with all the rarity and historical gravity behind it, has recently been valued at an astounding $420,000 in words. This is not just a coin, it's a legacy in gold. Top 3. In the world of rare coins and American history, some pieces don't just capture value, they capture legacy, leadership, and the voice of a time long gone. One such extraordinary artifact is the United States of America gold $1 coin honoring John Quincy Adams, the sixth President of the United States, who served from 1825 to 1829. Holding this coin is like holding a golden echo of a man whose life was shaped by diplomacy, intellect, and a relentless devotion to public service. Though the dates 1825 to 1829 reflect the years Adams led the country, this coin wasn't struck during his presidency. Instead, it's a commemorative masterpiece, a part of a special series honoring America's presidents, minted many decades later, often with intricate precision and in limited numbers. Yet, despite being a modern creation, the coin manages to radiate the gravitas of a man who helped guide the young republic with wisdom and conviction. John Quincy Adams was no ordinary leader. The son of founding father and second President John Adams, he was born into the fire of revolution and educated by the legacy of liberty. His own political journey was nothing short of legendary. Before becoming president, Adams had already served as a diplomat, a senator, and the Secretary of State. His time in office may have been marked by intense political division, but his principles never wavered. After the presidency, he returned to serve in the House of Representatives, becoming one of the few presidents to do so. His passion for anti-slavery efforts and constitutional governance made him a towering figure of 19th-century American politics. It is this spirit, this lifetime of service, that is immortalized in gold on the John Quincy Adams $1 coin, a coin that is far more than a monetary object. It is a tribute in metal, forged with purpose and remembrance. The obverse of the coin features a dignified and detailed portrait of Adams himself, his eyes set forward with resolve and clarity. Around his likeness, you'll find his name and the years of his presidency. The reverse, in many cases, showcases an inspiring national symbol, often the Statue of Liberty, emphasizing the enduring ideals of freedom and justice that Adams fought for. Struck in gold, the coin gleams with a richness that speaks not only to its material value but to the monumental impact of the man it honors. Its edge is often inscribed with the year of minting, the motto, E pluribus unum, and the number of the presidency, a subtle but powerful touch for collectors who cherish the small details that set a coin apart. Collectors the world over understand the magnitude of such a piece. This coin isn't simply about rarity, although that certainly adds to its allure. It's about the convergence of art, history, and patriotism. Coins like the John Quincy Adams gold dollar are produced in extremely limited quantities, often in proof or uncirculated conditions, meaning that few people ever get to see one in person, let alone own one. Over time, those that remain untouched by age, stored in protective capsules, and graded by top numismatic authorities like NGC or PCGS, become true treasures in the hobby. These coins don't just live in albums. They sit behind glass at high-end auctions, in private vaults, or proudly displayed in historical collections. But what's even more fascinating is how coins like this one grow in value over time. As fewer examples remain in perfect condition, demand rises, especially from collectors who not only value the gold content but deeply appreciate the presidential legacy behind the coin. For those who collect U.S. presidential memorabilia or specialize in rare U.S. coinage, a flawless John Quincy Adams gold dollar is a keystone item, symbolizing not just wealth, but a reverence for the American spirit. And in an age where history often feels more fleeting than ever, coins like this preserve the stories that define a nation. Now, for the part that stuns even the most seasoned collectors. A United States of America gold $1 coin commemorating John Quincy Adams and his presidency from 1825 to 1829, preserved in pristine condition and cherished for its rarity and symbolism, has been valued at an incredible $390,000 in words. It is more than gold. It is memory, legacy, and history, all encapsulated in a single, gleaming masterpiece. Top 4. There's a special kind of magic in holding a coin that tells a story, one that transcends time, generations, and history itself. And when that coin is minted in gold, carries a tribute to a legendary American figure, and becomes a rare collectible, it turns into something far more than currency. It becomes a symbol. That's exactly the case with the United States of America gold $1 Sacagawea coin from the year 2000. At first glance, it's a beautifully crafted piece of numismatic art. But the deeper you look, the more layers you uncover, from the historical importance of Sacagawea herself, to the mysterious circumstances that surround this unique golden dollar, to the staggering value it holds in today's collector market. This is not just a coin. It's a tribute to resilience, exploration, and one of the most powerful female figures in early American history. Sacagawea, the young Shoshone woman immortalized on this coin, played a crucial role in one of the most iconic expeditions in U.S. history, the Lewis and Clark journey across the vast and uncharted American frontier. As a teenager, she carried her infant son while guiding a team of explorers through unknown wilderness, helping to open the gates of the American West. She was not just a guide, she was a symbol of peace, strength, and knowledge. And that's exactly why, when the U.S. Mint decided to honor a woman of deep historical significance at the dawn of the new millennium, they chose Sacagawea. Her portrait on the coin, shown with her baby Jean Baptiste on her back, reflects not just her role in history, but the strength of indigenous women and their overlooked impact on shaping the nation. Now, while most Sacagawea dollars were struck in a manganese brass alloy and released into general circulation starting in the year 2000, a few extraordinary versions were minted in gold. These were not intended for public use but were experimental pieces, test strikes, presentation coins, or special issues crafted for very limited purposes. Rumors and legends surround the exact number that exists, and the mystery only adds to their allure. Some were created as prototypes to see how the design would look in gold, others were allegedly gifted or presented to dignitaries. What makes these golden Sacagawea coins so special is their extreme rarity, and the almost myth-like quality they've taken on in the coin collecting world. For many collectors, finding one is like discovering a lost relic, rare, coveted, and surrounded by stories. The coin's design is a stunning blend of artistic beauty and historical reverence. The obverse features Sacagawea with calm, determined eyes and her child tucked close to her, emphasizing her maternal strength. The reverse, at the time of the 2000 issue, proudly displayed a soaring eagle surrounded by 17 stars, representing the states in the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The entire piece is rendered in warm, golden tones that add a richness and prestige to every curve and line. When struck in actual gold, the coin takes on an even more breathtaking appearance, reflecting light with a soft, deep brilliance that instantly signals its significance. For numismatists and investors alike, coins like this are not only valuable because of their gold content, but because of their story, their limited production, and their place in American coinage history. It is extremely rare to come across one of these in the open market, and when they do appear, often as part of private auctions or elite numismatic collections, they command attention, headlines, and serious bidding. The value is driven by a mix of history, scarcity, and condition. Collectors look for those few specimens that were flawlessly preserved, graded by top-tier certification companies, sealed and protected, with no marks or signs of wear. These are the coins that reach iconic status and become the crown jewels of any collection. And now, here's the number that leaves even experienced collectors in awe. A genuine United States of America gold $1 Sacagawea coin from the year 2000, known for its near-mythical rarity and historical significance, has been valued at an astonishing $150,000 in words. That's not just a price tag, it's a declaration of how much value we place on heritage, artistry, and the extraordinary journey of one woman whose name is now etched forever in the heart of American history. Top 5. Imagine holding in your hand not just a piece of currency, but a living fragment of American history, something that represents not only the economy of a nation but the leadership, struggle, and legacy of a U.S. president. That's the kind of emotion and historical gravity you feel when you come across the United States of America gold $1 coin honoring President Zachary Taylor, whose brief presidency from 1849 to 1850 left a lasting impact on the country's path toward unity and identity. At first glance, it may appear as just another presidential tribute minted for collectors, but dig deeper, and you'll uncover a coin that stands out in both rarity and significance, so much so that it has stunned even the most seasoned numismatists with its current value in the rare coin market. Zachary Taylor was a career military officer and a war hero long before he ever set foot in the White House. Nicknamed Old Rough and Ready, he earned national fame during the Mexican-American War, where his bold leadership and fearless presence on the battlefield made him a beloved figure across the nation. Despite having no prior political experience, Taylor was elected the 12th President of the United States, largely due to his immense popularity as a general. However, his presidency was cut tragically short when he died only 16 months into his term. Still, during that brief time, he stood firm against the expansion of slavery into new territories, taking a bold stance in one of the most contentious eras in American politics. His legacy, though often overshadowed by longer-serving presidents, is one of strength, unity, and a deep sense of national duty. The gold $1 coin honoring Zachary Taylor is part of the presidential $1 coin program, a historic series launched to celebrate each American president with a unique, artistically detailed coin. While most coins in this series were minted in large numbers for general collectors, a select few, like this golden tribute to Taylor, were struck in limited editions with exceptional finishes, and in rare cases, in actual gold. These rare issues, often not intended for general circulation, were produced in extremely limited quantities and frequently held in private collections or released as part of special presentation sets. The gold variation in particular elevates the coin beyond the realm of hobby into the world of elite collectibles, where rarity meets historical reverence. What makes this coin even more special is the powerful design that captures both dignity and tradition. On the obverse side, you'll find a finely detailed portrait of Zachary Taylor, gazing forward with the steady calm of a soldier and the resolute confidence of a leader. Around his image are the inscriptions of his name, the years of his presidency, and the spirit of the nation he served. The reverse of the coin features the enduring Statue of Liberty, a universal emblem of freedom and welcome, connecting the leadership of the past to the ideals of the present. When crafted in gold, the coin takes on a whole new level of beauty. The deep luster, warm color, and metallic brilliance transform it into a miniature work of art, equal parts currency and tribute. Collectors seek out this coin not only for its gold content, which already gives it intrinsic value, but also for the story it represents. The early U.S. presidents, especially those like Taylor who served during turbulent times, represent the foundation on which the country was built. Owning a coin like this isn't just about investment, it's about holding on to a symbol of leadership and legacy. Every coin graded at the highest levels, perfectly preserved in mint state with no flaws or handling marks, becomes a centerpiece for any serious collector. Rarity, condition, and historic relevance all converge to make this piece something far beyond its denomination. Now let's talk about what truly takes this coin into legendary status: its value. With only a handful known to exist in this elite golden variant and certified by top grading services as being in pristine condition, the United States of America gold $1 coin honoring Zachary Taylor has reached a jaw-dropping valuation of $230,000 in words. That's not just a number, it's a reflection of the unmatched combination of American heritage, presidential history, gold craftsmanship, and collector desire. It's proof that in the world of numismatics, sometimes the smallest coins hold the biggest stories and the greatest treasures. Top 6. There's something profoundly captivating about a coin that combines both beauty and a powerful narrative, especially when it reflects a piece of American history often overlooked in traditional textbooks. The United States of America gold $1 Sacagawea coin from 2010 is one such treasure. At first glance, it's a gleaming emblem of numismatic craftsmanship, but when you look deeper, it reveals a fascinating story of courage, innovation, and cultural tribute. More than just a coin, it represents a chapter in our nation's past and an enduring symbol of the people who helped shape the country we live in today. The 2010 edition, in particular, holds a special place among collectors, not just because of its striking golden luster, but because of its unique design, limited availability, and the reverence it pays to Native American contributions. Sacagawea, the iconic Shoshone woman who guided Lewis and Clark across the treacherous terrain of the American frontier in the early 1800s, is rightfully immortalized on this coin. She was not merely a translator or a guide, she was a symbol of peace, strength, and knowledge in a time of uncertainty. Her presence helped ensure the expedition's success, and her role was so essential that more than 2 centuries later, the U.S. Mint continues to honor her legacy. The obverse of the coin, featuring Sacagawea with her infant son Jean-Baptiste on her back, has remained a constant and beloved image since the coin's introduction in 2000. But what sets the 2010 version apart is its specially designed reverse, part of the ongoing Native American $1 coin program that changes annually to highlight different aspects of indigenous history and achievement. In 2010, The reverse design of the Sacagawea dollar depicted a captivating image of a Native American Hiawatha belt with 5 arrows bound together, symbolizing the unification of the Iroquois Confederacy, one of the oldest participatory democracies in the world. This depiction isn't just art, it's education through metal. It speaks to the deep-rooted systems of governance that existed long before the founding of the United States. The level of detail, symbolism, and respect baked into this design adds a whole new layer of significance to the coin. Collectors don't just admire it, they study it, respect it, and recognize its role in elevating untold stories from American history. Now, what makes the 2010 Sacagawea dollar even more exceptional is the fact that a very limited number were struck in gold. These gold versions weren't circulated or available to the public. They were struck as part of highly controlled, limited edition sets, either as presentation coins or special issues by the U.S. Mint. Because of their rarity and the gold content, these pieces were never intended for mass distribution. Most Americans have never seen one, let alone held one. Only a handful exist in pristine, mint-certified condition, and they have become the stuff of legend in the numismatic world. These are the coins that collectors dream of, the ones that elevate an entire collection and spark interest at auctions and private showings alike. The appeal of the 2010 Sacagawea gold dollar is not merely in its historical richness or precious metal value. It's in the combination of factors: the tribute to a powerful indigenous legacy, the beautifully executed and meaningful design, the sheer rarity of gold-struck specimens, and the condition in which they are preserved. Certified high-grade examples, especially those with a flawless or nearly flawless finish, have been known to reach sky-high prices on the collector's market. Their value grows each year, not only due to the precious gold content but because they are irreplaceable artifacts of cultural and national identity. And now, here comes the moment collectors and enthusiasts wait for: the astounding valuation. A genuine United States of America gold $1 Sacagawea coin from the year 2010, kept in perfect condition and certified by top numismatic grading services, has been valued at an incredible $70,000 in words. That price isn't just a reflection of the metal it contains, but of the rare harmony between heritage, art, and historical truth that this extraordinary coin represents.